The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give an official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. And heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. And follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And don't forget to check out the merchandise available on the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com coming soon, and also on Amazon as well too. Go to Amazon.com, type in the Mike Wagner Show podcast for some great gift ideas, and for more great gift ideas, including t-shirts, hoodies, pop sockets, and more great books by Mian Mohsen Zia, go to Amazon.com/Mian Mohsen Zia and order today. Yeah, and we're here with a very terrific gentleman who is a guitarist based in New England. He's a member of the Stephanewrembel Band, also sweetmegg, and also hazmatmodine, and he's also done with the Knot Club in New York City and Brent Beret, and he's got a lot of great material, and we're going to be playing some of his music in just a minute. He's got an EP out, and he's also got a couple of singles in the works, and one of them is going to be released very soon. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios, somewhere in beautiful New England, the very multi-talented guitarist, Thor Jensen. Thor, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Mike.
Well, it's great to have you on board, Thor. So you're based out of New England, and you basically self-taught it since at 10 years old. You're a member of the Stephanewrembel band, Sweetmegg, and hazmatmodine, and also the Knot Club in New York City, and Brett Not Brett, and you've been doing a lot of solo work lately, and your group has toured all over U.S., France, India, and Africa, and you also got a new EP out that's out as well too, and a couple of tunes we'll be playing as well. And before getting to all that, Thor, tell us how I first got started.
I have a hard time hearing you for a second, but I believe you just asked how I first got started.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wonderful. So I started playing the guitar when I was 10 years old, and it was just my dad kind of noodled around on a guitar, nothing crazy, just little melodies here and there. And to be perfectly honest with you, I just thought the guitar was really cool. I remember walking past when I was a kid. I grew up I'm from New York City originally, and my parents split up, so I lived in southeastern Connecticut, and then I'd spend time in New York with my dad. And I remember walking past this pawn shop when I was about 9 or 10 years old and seeing, I have no idea what it is now. It was probably just some kind of fender hanging in the wall, but I just thought it was just the coolest. And they just looked cool. And it's, I didn't really know what I was hearing when I heard guitar music or any sort of music. You know what I mean? It's like when you're a kid, you hear the melody, you hear the singer, and everything else is just kind of there. But I knew that it looked cool and it was accessible. there was one there I could touch and put my hands on. So I just started there. I just started teaching myself when I was 10. It just kind of took off.
That's interesting. And what was that one precise moment that influenced you into what you're doing for the rest of your life?
I don't know if there was exactly one moment. It was it just kind of clicked in with me. It felt natural to do. And as I got older, I got more and more obsessed with it. And I didn't even know it was something that you could do for a job until I was almost a full-fledged adult. You know what I mean? It's just something you did.
That's quite interesting, because I could think you could also, play full time, like at a music store, teaching people, coffee shops, and everything. And you got a really interesting story there. And who are some of your favorite singers, musicians, and guitarists growing up?
Well, I was as a kid, I was a really big Jimi Hendrix fan and Nirvana fan. I was really into Nirvana, and then growing up, I started getting a little bit more into jazz, just from what I learned through like school jazz band and all that. And that's it's a lot of instrumental music. But as of lately, to be honest with you, I've been listening to a lot of old country music.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been it's funny, as time goes on, I find myself listening to simpler and simpler music, and I don't mean that in any sort of negative way by simple. Mm-hmm. It's really just hearing melodies has been really nice. And so someone like Lefty Frizzell or Ray Price has really been calling to me. And I suppose I really like the sound of pedal steel guitar. So that's another reason I listen to country music.
That's interesting. And who are some of your other influences, and especially those on the pedal steel guitar? It seems like, that's a unique genre that people seem to not take notice, but you seem to put a good highlight into it.
Yeah, as far as pedal steel goes, I've really been into Daniel Lanois, who's I guess more known as a producer. He produced Time Out of Mind, that Dylan album, and I'm sure there's a whole laundry list of records that he's done. Oh, he did the Joshua Tree by U2, and he did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did So by Peter Gabriel. He's done a lot of stuff like that, but he's a steel guitar player as well, so he puts out these really beautiful instrumental records. I've also really been, the last few years, been into Jim Campolongo, who's a New York guitarist. He's a Telecaster guy, and he does a lot of, he got the first part of his career was sort of doing like a Western swing instrumental country sort of thing, and I guess kind of emulating that pedal steel. I'm realizing right now by talking about it how it's all kind of gone full circle, and I guess I really just like pedal steel guitar.
Yeah, I have to say this. You're one of the first people that really put a big highlight in the pedal steel guitar. And also, too, getting back to jazz a little bit, along those lines. And who are some of your favorite jazz artists growing up?
Well, I mean, there's the king of all, in my opinion, which is Django Reinhardt. And I think all of us are always trying to achieve the mastery that Django got. And that's what I do. So when in the Stephanewrembel band, we play a lot of the music of Django Reinhardt. So I sort of learned jazz through that idiom. I've always listened to jazz, but that was sort of my gateway into it. And but I've always loved listening to, I love Kenny Burrell, and huge Jim Hall fan, of course. Joe Pass.
Oh, Joe Pass, one of my favorites.
Joe Pass. I mean, come on, just incredible. Wes Montgomery, of course. When I was a kid, I was gifted a Wes Montgomery CD when I was about 12 or 13 years old, and that was a favorite forever. I recently started listening to that record again. But as far as contemporaries go, I mean, it's hard to beat Julian Lage, who is, I mean, he's made quite a name for himself in the jazz world, and it's cool to see him do it in almost a more contemporary fashion, but you can clearly see where he learned from. He's got a lot of, he's very good at respecting his predecessors through his sound, but yet his sound is completely all his own.
And of course, I'm going to drop one name there too, since you mentioned about some of the New York area guitarists as well too, along the jazz lines. One of the more contemporary ones I've had on is Frank Piombo. He's a jazz guitarist, kind of like New Age, and also he did The Night Speaks and more. I don't know if you heard the name, but you can probably check him out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. It's a bad signal right there.
Okay, yeah, Frank Piombo, we're talking about that, and he's another New York jazz guitarist you can be on the lookout for. I don't know if you've heard his music, but you can probably be on the lookout for him if you ever heard of him.
You said Frank Gamble?
Frank Piombo, Piombo, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I've seen the name before, but I'm not familiar with his music. I'll definitely check it out.
Well, that would be great as well, too. And, of course, speaking of music, we'll talk about the Stephanewrembel Band, sweetmegg, hazmatmodine, and more. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson Zia, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mia Molson Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forrest Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mia Molson Zia, available on Amazon. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Heard worldwide on Geo 7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And don't forget to check out the Mike Wagner Show merchandise coming soon to themikewagnershow.com. Also check out our merchandise line on Amazon at amazon.com/The Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, including t-shirts, hoodies, pop sockets, and more, and great books by me and Molson Zia, go to amazon.com/me and Molson Zia. Order today. And you can also support our program at themikewagnershow.com and support us on Anchor FM as well as PayPal. Do it today. We're here with the brilliant guitarist out of New England, Thor Jensen, here on the Mike Wagner Show from New York City. He was in Connecticut for a little bit. He's pretty much a soon-to-be legend in New England. He's been a member of the currently a member of Stephanewrembel Band, sweetmegg, and hazmatmodine. And tell us how you first got involved in those bands.
I got involved with the Stephanewrembel Band with by studying Django Reinhardt, and I, Stefan made. He's sort of, as far as that style of music goes with Django, he's sort of the guy. I mean, there's really nobody else that, in my opinion, that does it quite like him. And so I was a fan of his, and I just happened to see one day on Facebook. I was on tour with another band, which I was with for a long time, called Quiet Life, and I was flying home for a day. And then basically getting back on a plane the next day to meet them on the West Coast for a run of shows. And as I was boarding the plane, I looked on Facebook and I saw that Stefan needed a rhythm guitar player.
Wow.
So I reached out to him, and I went and had a jam with him. And at that point, he had found somebody else by that point. But then about 6 months later, he gave me a call out of the blue asking me to join. And I've been with him since then, since 2015. And with him, like it's with Stefan that I've gotten the opportunity to fly, to go all over Europe and Africa and India, and it's been a great opportunity. And he's truly a master musician, so it's been great to sit next to him for the past 5 or 6 years.
And it sounds like it too. You also worked with Sweetmegg as well too, and hazmatmodine. And tell us how I first got involved in those.
Yeah, well, Sweetmegg, I met her around New York, around the scene, just playing gigs, and as time has gone on, I've been doing more and more stuff with her. We put out a jazz record about 2 years ago now, or a year and a half ago. It's hard to tell. It's with the timeline of the last year. It's difficult to know when stuff happened. This past fall, I went down to Nashville and we made a record of her original stuff, and I just made another record with her a few weeks ago with a much different instrumentation. And so I've been working a lot with Meg. Particularly the last, I guess, about a year and a half, 2 years. We went to Russia right before the pandemic and did a tour there, which was wonderful. And it's a real trip working with her. She's a really, really phenomenal singer and really amazing performer and great songwriter. So I feel very fortunate with that. And I'm given a lot of artistic freedom with that. It's even when we do traditional jazz tunes or traditional country tunes, I get a lot of slack. I get to really be myself, which is really that's a treat. It's a treasure. You don't get to do that with every gig.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, go on.
No, but I was going to ask you too about being in Russia with Sweetmegg as well too. And what parts of Russia have you played, and what was your favorite?
Well, we were all over the place there. Moscow, Kaliningrad, Arkhangelsk, all the way to Vladivostok, all over the whole continent. We were there as part of a sort of a cultural exchange, and that was really something else. We got to play some really beautiful concert halls and meet a lot of other cool bands from around the world that were there on tour. I remember hearing an a cappella group from Georgia, which was the country Georgia, not the state. That was really just breathtaking. And I think if I had to choose one place, it would have been probably Moscow. Moscow was a really beautiful, beautiful city. It's funny in learning about Russia, you see all these, at least in photographs, you always see photographs of St. Petersburg and like the very sort of classical architecture and everything. But Moscow really had something to it. There was a really huge amount of street art everywhere, beautiful paintings and sculptures. I really, really enjoyed Moscow. I really hope to go back there.
And it sounds like it too. And you also have some other music as well too. You've got "I'll Be All Right" on SoundCloud right now, and you also got some songs. The title track, "Quite a Feeling," "What Have I Done," "Hear You Cry," "Shake Your Hips," and tell us more about the EP and some of the songs.
That EP is a collection of tunes that, for the most part, most of those tunes I wrote quite some time ago, maybe about 10 years ago. I was living in California when I wrote most of those. And I really just wanted to, I hadn't ever put anything out under my own name. I've been a part of a bunch of different groups and been on a bunch of different records, but I had yet to do anything that I could truly call my own. And I worked with a really wonderful engineer and producer named Andrew Cruz, who he's got just a really great raw talent and really wonderful ear. And it was all basically tracked live with some guitar overdubs and vocal overdubs. There's one cover song on that, and that's the song "Quite a Feeling," which was written by my friend Barna Howard, who's based out of Portland, Oregon. And he just is sort of the king of the cowboy chords. He writes these just beautiful, simple, I guess you can call them country songs. I don't know. They harken back to a different time, for sure. It almost reminds me of like early Christopherson records and such.
Oh, yeah, Chris Christopherson. I love that guy.
Oh, yeah. And so it was a no-brainer to do a song by Barna Howard. And yeah, so that one felt really good. And it sort of really motivated me to write a bunch of stuff. And so, you know, I have a whole nother record in the can ready to go with a couple of singles out, as you mentioned. And it was a real good jumpstart and a real good motivator to put that EP out.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we'll talk about your latest EP. We'll be playing I Don't Know in just a minute, and we'll finish up with Harlem Valley Winter as well. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. And brought to you by our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international war-winning author Mia Mosensia of Missing, available on paperback and ebook on Amazon. We'll be back with the very talented guitarist Thor Jensen of New England after this time out.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshazia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple, and more. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, where The Mike Wagner Show interviews great guests, cool conversation, lots of laughs, coffee, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device, subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We're back with the multi-talented guitarist Thor Jensen on The Mike Wagner Show. And right now, here's one of his songs coming out from his new EP. Here's I Don't Know from Thor Jensen right here on The Mike Wagner Show.
wrong about everything, about it all. All that's left is what's in front of me. All that's left is my song. I was wrong about everything, about it all. All that's left is what's in front of me. All that's left is my song.
Great song by the master guitarist Thor Jensen. That was I Don't Know here on the Mike Wagner Show. Tell us more about that great song, I Don't Know, Thor, and what inspired you to write it.
That song is well, I guess there's no way around it. That song's a bummer. It's it's just like feeling real low and feeling like when you're really bummed out, it kind of feels like you can't possibly get any more bummed out. Mm-hmm. And it's there's no real resolution to the story of that song. It's just really about feeling low. And it's not about a particular moment. It's just, just sort of, I guess, a reflection on when you feel down. I mean, everyone does. There's no point in running from it. Sometimes I feel like you just kind of have to dive right in. And so musically speaking, though, it was it just kind of like the chord progression and the song itself, musically speaking, just kind of happened. It just kind of fell together. And at that time, I was living in the Hudson Valley in New York, and this beautiful little spot right on a creek. And a lot of the music from this record just kind of happened sitting in my little music room, staring out the window at this place. And I recorded that. I started this record before the pandemic began, and I had to finish a lot of it at home. And that's one that the only thing that was recorded in the studio was the bass and drums, and then I recorded everything else at home myself. So all the guitars and all the vocals, and then my engineer for that record, someone named Robert Kistner, put that together after the fact when we were able to be in a room together with a mask on.
Yeah, that sounds very amazing as well too. And you also got Harlemvalleywinter will be playing that at the end of the interview or so, and looking forward to hearing that. And tell us more about the song Harlem Valley Winter and what inspired you to write it.
Well, Harlem Valley Winter, that came together. Actually, I had just had a morning coffee, and I watched a bit of some Jim Campolongo. Actually, I watched the Jim Campolongo trio just on YouTube, just as I was drinking coffee, and as it made me want to play. So naturally, I turned the computer off and I picked up my guitar, and it just started to snow. It was it was an early fall snow.
Wow.
Yeah, and it just kind of happened naturally. That song's an instrumental piece, and it just all kind of came together really quickly. And the Harlem Valley is where I lived at that point. The Harlem Valley is sort of it's like the eastern side of the Hudson Valley. It's this long stretch. It's also called the Oblong Valley. And it's a long, like 60-mile stretch between I think about Paterson, New York, or Brewster, New York, all the way up to Great Barrington, Massachusetts, and where I lived was right smack in the middle of it. And so the record that both of those are on that is yet to come out is the record is titled Harlem Valley.
Wow.
Beautiful place. Yeah, it's a very, very gorgeous place, and I feel fortunate that I got to live there.
It makes me want to head out there with some coffee. I'm going to have to do that after the show, so that is so amazing. And what are some of the other songs you've got coming up in your upcoming EP you can tell us about?
I have a sort of answer to Harlem Valley Winter, an instrumental called Harlem Valley Lullaby, which sort of I just wanted something to close the record out, and admittedly also inspired by Jim Campolongo. He's been a bit of a spirit animal these last couple of years, and so that's what closes out the record. I've got a song on the record called St. James Lament, which was recorded completely at home during the beginning of the pandemic when you couldn't go anywhere or do anything. Mm-hmm. And it's that's a bit of a reflection as well. That ends a little bit more triumphantly than I Don't Know. I suppose this one resolves a bit, but I'd be lying if I said that there was many happy songs on the record. That's just how it went. It's no big deal. I'm typically a pretty happy and smiling guy, but we all get down, and so and that's it seems to be at least for me easier to write songs that reflect the dark moments as opposed to the light moments. I know at some point I'll be able to write a happy tune, but I'm still waiting for it.
Oh, I'm sure. We trust you. And, of course, we'll throw some happiness your way, Thor. And where can we find all your music at, and what can we expect your brand new EP to come out?
All the music is on all the streaming platforms, Spotify and iTunes, and I guess it's not called iTunes anymore, Apple Music, and Bandcamp and SoundCloud and all that stuff. YouTube as well. I have in the last few months I'm starting to develop a little bit more of a YouTube, some more YouTube activity. I've been filming a lot of solo performance videos in my studio here in Western Massachusetts. And also my website, I suppose, thorjensenmusic.com, and Facebook page. My Facebook page isn't as active as it used to be just because it seems to be a strange platform these days.
I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't figure that one out. But Instagram, I post pretty frequently on Instagram all my information.
Okay, well, that sounds really good. We're going to check you out once again with guitarist virtuoso Thor Jensen here on the Mike Wagner Show. Thor, very thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing, and looking forward to having you again soon. And just a couple of things. What can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, Thor?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last
Okay, what can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond?
Well, I'll be releasing the rest of the record sometime soon. I've got another record in the works that's a collection of covers, actually. Just myself and an acoustic guitar playing some favorite songs of mine, some stuff that's some from like the old American songbook, and some old country songs, and some songs that are written by some friends of mine. So that'll come out in the next couple of months. I've got a handful of dates with the Stephanewrembel band, and that'll become a little bit more frequent as the year rolls on, which that is stephanewrembel.com. You can get that information. I'm doing some more stuff with sweetmegg. I just did a couple of shows with her, and I'm going to be going down to Nashville in a couple of weeks to do some more shows with her. And I'm doing a lot of solo performing this year. So please come on out and see some solo performances. I'm going to be all over the Northeast. And I'm really trying to get a little bit more grasp with this solo performance thing, because it's something that it's a scary thing to get up there by yourself without a drummer and without a bass player. And but I enjoy it. I enjoy it quite a bit. So here's hoping to more of that this year.
We're certainly looking forward to it, Thor, and it'd be amazing. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
As far as the solo playing goes?
It can be either or. Solo playing, general, music, anything.
Wow. I guess, honestly, my biggest influence these days has been Julian Lage. I mentioned that name. That's been just wonderful to listen to him. And you know what? A lot of Leon Redbone. I've been listening to a lot of Leon Redbone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, what a character he was, right? I mean, what...
Oh, let me tell you a story about Leon Redbone. That he actually came to our college where I went to in the 80s, and it was lunchtime, and we're wondering, what is all this wreck? And here he is like, playing his tunes, and he capped off one of them by doing so shadow puppets. You put a spotlight on, and he did with his hands and singing almost like a Budweiser commercial. So he was just up there. Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, and... yeah, that was amazing. And the funny part was that although he showed up late and was drunk, according to some of the people that booked him on the show, he was still fantastic. He was great.
Sure. I remember hearing I saw a story. I won't take too long, I swear. But I saw this story on the internet about Leon Redbone where he got on stage and he put a stool next to him and he put a handkerchief on the stool, and from his pocket he removed a tomato and he put the tomato on the stool and he put a microphone up to the tomato, and then he started playing his show.
He had the tomatoes sing into the microphone.
He did.
Oh my gosh. It makes you wonder how it sounds these days, so.
Right?
Oh, my gosh. I think everybody should try it, too. It can be a banana, potato, or put your cat up there. So anything is possible
absolutely.
Well, you give them some really good ideas, Thor. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Best advice I can give to anybody is to just keep on keeping on, man. Just keep doing your thing. Keep practicing. Life is short, but things take a long time. So just go with the flow. That's my motto.
That's very true as well. Once again, guitar virtuoso Thor Jensen here on the Mike Wagner Show. Thor, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your music?
Thank you very much, Mike.
I
absolutely will stay in touch. I appreciate you having me.
And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects and where can people reach you, and where can people just purchase your music at?
Oh, pardon me.
That's okay.
You can purchase my music. You can purchase my music on Bandcamp and Apple Music, and you can hear me on Spotify and everywhere where you stream music. My stuff is there, and you can stay in touch with thorjensenmusic.com. I also have a Patreon page if you want to help support the cause of independent artist named Thor. He'd be very appreciative. But YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff coming up, and a lot of solo performances coming up. A lot of work with Stefan and with sweetmegg and beyond.
We certainly will do so. Once again, Thor, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. You've been absolutely terrific.
Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate your time.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionsea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.